Hi, this is VR Tapscott. Welcome to another episode of Recycled Drivel, where not only do I take stuff I wrote a couple of years ago and talk about it, I'm also slowly converting it to video. I consider this pretty much the ultimate upcycle. All rights reserved, copyright 2025 by VR Tapscott. So if you see me sneaking a look out of the corner of my eye, it's because there's a recorder over there. And of course, that's where I keep track of that part of it. This is podcast number 6, Clouds Illusions. Written October 1st of 22. As the song speaks about clouds illusions, and of course I can't say much more than that to keep from copyright from kicking up its ugly head, it makes me think about how we look at things. When we look at clouds in the ground, we see sizes and shapes mostly flat. We see grindstones, we see hamburger buns, tall castles in the air. We see every manner of strange being. I spent several minutes last week watching a dragon flying by on its back. It was quite a cute little dragon. I suppose it was just an illusion, though. When we fly high enough in the air to be looking down at the clouds, we often see quite a different aspect in them. And when we actually fly our huge airliner into a cloud, we realize the clouds are spectacularly enormous. Our plane that keeps us safely sealed inside an aluminum tube is minuscule in comparison to a cloud. Yes, I know. You can't wait to hear what I'm really writing about, since by now, if you've been paying attention, you know it's not what I started writing about that I'm actually getting at. So, people. Joni, which is what the song is based on, talks about love being different from both sides, too. And she's no doubt talking about people, since we mostly love people, or we love people enough to be troubled by both sides of them. I think that everyone has the public and the private aspect of themselves. Some of them present to strangers, and some they present to friends. It's rather sad, isn't it, that the more a friend you are, the less pleasant our persona is to spend time with. And I don't really mean that from a negative way. But we have to know someone pretty well before we'll interact with them in a way that exposes ourselves to them. I'm sure you know what I mean. For instance, I'd never answer the phone with, "What do you want?" without knowing it was a good enough friend to think it was funny. We grade our external personality with a degree of respect we have for other people. Obviously, there's exceptions. You don't usually engage in silly banter with your boss, but maybe that's just the exception that proves the rule. No matter how well you might know your boss, in general, you still present only the most public of public personas to the boss. I mean, after all, you want them to maintain their illusion of you being a good, productive employee. And the best way to do that is to continue to present yourself as your best. On the other hand, people you love and care for deeply, you have very little interest in putting out the effort to be nice to them. You interact with them in such an honest way that it has sounded downright insulting to someone who didn't know you, someone who was used to you presenting the mask of social perfection. So, at least from this standpoint, the less respect you have for someone, the less respect that someone treats you with, the more likely it is that they hold you in highest esteem. Most of us would never say something hurtful to someone that might take us serious. If you're willing to tell jokes at their expense, it's probably the highest compliment you could give anyone. It says, "I trust you. I'll expose my heart to you." And there's always the still small voice inside that says, "Please, don't hurt me."